fabulous cooks, and welcome back to Cooking with Narcissism, where we whip up recipes with a side of sass. I am your host, Trisha Chandler, and today we're serving up a dish that's all about deflection. Yes, it's time for projection pie. This tongue-in-cheek treat is a tribute to how narcissists love to push their issues onto others. So let's get cooking and dish out some classic narcissistic projection, shall we? So first, let's talk about the ingredients. We have one flaky crust of not good enough. You can do a store-bought crust if you want, or homemade, and who has the time? Store-bought's fine. I happen to make mine from scratch, not because I'm showing off, but because I forgot to buy one. Then you have 5 cups of misplaced guilt for that raw, juicy kind of flavor. You have 3/4 cups of resentment, 2 tablespoons of regret to thicken the plot, 1 tablespoon of sour remarks, because some things just leave a bitter taste, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt in the wound, because there's nothing like a little salt to make it sting, a 1/2 teaspoon of envy to heat things up a bit, and a 1/4 teaspoon of mother wounds, because those grudges are still lingering. Am I right? Then we have last 2 tablespoons of gaslighting. We dot the truth in there sparingly. And then for the topping of the pie, it's a 2-part kind of deal. We have a 1/2 cup of smothering for that sticky sweetness. And we have a cup of subtle jabs, a 1/2 cup of fake smiles right there. And then we also have overlooked insults, a 1/2 teaspoon, because they're always there just beneath the surface, right? And a 1/4 teaspoon of false praise. I've got those here, and to give a little extra spice and keep them guessing. So we're going to start with that flaky crust of not good enough. And if you're making that from scratch, it'll have lots of self-doubt and insecurity mixed in there. So you're going to spread that out in that pan like I have until it forms a nice solid base. Press it in. You can be as fancy with the edges or plain, just use a fork if you want. Or maybe it's already that way from the store. So you're going to press that in there like those insecurities were pressed onto you. Now, in a mixing bowl, we're going to combine several ingredients. We'll start with the guilt. Right there. They're naturally sweet, but a bit raw, just like the blame they love to heap on you, right? Gently stir them in with your buried resentment. Go ahead and get that in there. And what comes next? The regret, the sour remarks, salt in the wound, envy, and the mother wounds. Those all go in there. So go ahead and get everything in together in one dish. And we're going to mix that up and give it a good stir so that all of that just coats the surface. Yeah. Look how deliciously delusional that looks. And then that gets poured into that flaky crust of not good enough. Right, like that. Spread it out really nice. Yeah. Beautiful. Delicious. Now once you have that all in your pie, in your pan, you'll dot the top with that gaslighting. Just enough to kind of cover the truth. Yeah. Just in there. It's going to melt and coat everything really well with that gaslighting. Hiding all the truth. Yeah. It really keeps everything sliding in the wrong direction, doesn't it? Now set that aside. And in another bowl, we're going to mix up that crumble. So you're going to take your subtle jabs and your smothering, and let's see, you're going to mix in all of these ingredients together. Yeah, get that all in there and mix it all up until you get a nice crumbly mix. The fake smiles, the fake false praise, everything gets mixed in there. You're going to mix it all in until you get this nice crumbly mixture, and then we're going to top the pie with that. Pile it on there really high because we want that projection to be so completely difficult to discern what's real and what's not. Was it me? Did I do that? Oh, maybe I am the bad one. Look at that. A nice crumbly mix. And that gets piled on. Just dump it right on top. Right like that. Spread it out. Okay, like that. And then that's going to go in the oven at 375 for about 60 minutes. Until it comes out golden brown and all of that guilt is bubbling up around the edges. And there you have it. It's projection pie. The dish that highlights just how ridiculous narcissistic projection can be. On a serious note though, if you or someone you know is dealing with narcissistic behavior or abuse, I'm here to help. So head over to my website at trishachandler.com and book a call with me. As a rapid transformational therapist and a trauma recovery coach, I'm here to support you. So thanks for joining me today on Cooking with Narcissism, where we make those delicious recipes for the self-absorbed soul. And remember, in every recipe and relationship, a little self-awareness goes a really long way. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tasty recipes and tongue-in-cheek humor. Until next time, keep cooking and keep questioning. So, bye for now, and bon appetit.